noise is coming from the gearbox. Right, this is the replacement gearbox I've got. I'll just show you this while it's here so you can see the top side, see where your bolts are. I've put a wire brush on this to try and clean up all the crap that was on it. So I'm hoping this is a better gearbox than it actually looks, but we'll wait and see. And let's look at taking it apart. Right, these here are a 17mm. I'm just going to put some WD-40 on these because they seem to be stuck on. Right, these ones were 17mm. However, these two are a 14. Right, the gearbox bolt next to the clutch cable is also a 17mm, and it appears the bolts that hold the clutch cable on are a 12. $14mm to remove the prop shaft. Before you look to drop the gearbox, you'll need to move the front prop shaft, otherwise there's not enough room for that to drop down. So use something like a ratchet strap just to compress the joint, and you'll probably need to use a hammer just to release it. Just release it off one end and just strap it up out the way. I would suggest you do the prop shaft first. That way you know you can keep the car in gear and stop the prop shaft turning. And obviously take it out of gear and do the rest of it. What we'll do now, we'll get the batteries disconnected and we'll make a start. Right, before we start taking any bolts off the gearbox, we need to take the centre console out. So unscrew the top, and then this base is held on with 4 screws. So we'll just get those done. Right, they're undone. This needs to slide back. I'm stuck on something at the front as well. I'm going to have to take the CB out because it's in the way. Let's have a look at that. Well, that needs a bit of a wiggle and a jiggle to get that off. That has been removed as well to show this. These bolts are a 10mm, and these 4 here appears to be a 12, so we'll make a start and get those off. Right, I have removed this from here, but I've just seen something fall off the end of there, and I'm not entirely sure where that's gone, so once this is out I'll need to try and find whatever I've lost. Right, to release the clutch cable from the fork here, you just need to adjust this plastic nut to release the, put some slack on the cable, and you can pull that out. Right, there appears to be a bolt on this side as well. I'll make my finger to it, just here. I don't recall taking it off the other gearbox, so it either wasn't there or I just don't remember doing it. But I thought I'd better point that out anyway. And it appears that taking this off on the floor under the car is a lot more difficult. Right, this wire here, I can't get it from this angle. I don't know if you can see that there. Is connected to by a little bendy clip to the gearbox. Just make sure you undo that. Make sure you undo that that little connector there. What we'll do now, we'll look at undoing them for the back of the gearbox. Currently trying to get the gearbox out of the car. It's all disconnected. One thing I will say is you do need to remove the rubber mount, because that will stop it coming out. And we're now looking at removing this bracket that's on the gearbox in the car. There's 4 bolts inside. There should just be 2 bolts here. So we'll take this out while we're here. We've taken that off. There we are, that's that one out. Right, let's carry on. Right, finally got the box out, and that was an absolute pain in the arse. The only advice I could give is, if you can, take the bolt out of here and one out of here. That will free up that part. And the 2 bolts on here, and if you can see, those 2 bolts are out there. That one would be out. That top one stopped me taking this off. If I could get this off, the rest of it would have come out, absolutely no issues. So if you can, take those 4 bolts out, remove this bracket, and it'll make things a lot easier for you.